Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Today's question was suggested by a viewer, thanks to Spiteful AZ for this one. Amy plays Bone Shards, and she's discarding Revolutionist. Given that she plays the Revolutionist using its Madness ability, is it possible for her to return Bone Shards to her hand? Okay, so in order to get an answer for this question, we're going to go through the entire sequence step by step. I also wanted to remind everybody how triggered abilities work. Anytime anything happens in the game, the magical fairies who are in charge of triggered abilities are going to look out for that, and if it matches any trigger conditions for any triggered abilities that exist, they'll write that on the whiteboard. The whiteboard doesn't go onto the stack until a player is about to get priority, at which point the fairies will erase the whiteboard and put all the triggered abilities that were written there on the stack. So, that's how triggered abilities work. If that seemed a little bit abstract, don't worry, there will be plenty of opportunities during this question for you to apply that knowledge. Ready? Okay. So the first thing that's going to happen is we're going to play the Bone Shards, and in the process of doing that, we're discarding the Revolutionist. Now, the thing that lets you cast a Madness spell that you discarded is indeed a triggered ability. However, like we were just saying before, that triggered ability is not going to go onto the stack until immediately before a player is going to get priority. So we're going to wait through the entire process of Bone Shards being cast, and then a player is about to get priority. So the triggered ability that lets you play the Madness spell is going to go onto the stack at that point. Alright, so the next thing that's going to happen is we're going to play the Madness card, the Revolutionist, and at that point, we're going to have it go onto the stack itself. And so then the stack is going to look like Revolutionist on top and then Bone Shards. So, of course, the first thing that's going to resolve is going to be the Revolutionist, and so it's going to resolve and enter the battlefield, and that's a little bit of a problem because, as you can see, when the Revolutionist is entering the battlefield, there's going to be another triggered ability that the fairies are going to see, hey, look, it entered the battlefield. And so immediately after that happens, the next time that a player would get priority is going to be right before the Bone Shards is going to get to resolve. So because of that, we're going to have that triggered ability from the Revolutionist entering the battlefield go onto the stack again above the Bone Shards. So while we're picking a target for that ability, the Bone Shards is still going to be on the stack. So we see there's no possible way that we're going to be able to get it back with the Revolutionist's ability. Just for fun, I'm going to go through the entire rest of the stack just so we can see how everything else is going to happen. So the Revolutionist triggered ability is going to return some card to Amy's hand, and then after that happens, the game is going to finally let the Bone Shards resolve, and it's going to destroy whatever it targeted. And that's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again tomorrow for another daily ruling, but until then, I hope you have a great day.